記憶が残る場所。触れられるのはトゲのある花ばかりだ。
これはどうでしょう。
命の重みを味わいなさい。
期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。えい。
間に合ったよ。ほんの気持ちよ。気にしないで。
借りができましたね。
Oh, he can't cure the trash can.
期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
眠るといいわ。
新しい商売、これはどうでしょう。期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
私も気をしっかり持たないと。避けてね。
協調よ、再び。
Oh god damn it! Now we're gonna instantly get to go again.
期待しちゃってます？お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
天使よ授けん。
運命の導きに感謝。記憶が音のない水底で終わりなき深淵を迎えなさい。
誘った覚えはないけど、ラッキースターは誰かな。全ては星々、星の秘密を求める鍵よ。開拓者たちに真なる祝福を。
楽しめるといい。
降臨せよ、最悪の力。
礼儀のなってないお客さんね。はい。
これはどうでしょう。期待しちゃってます？お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
僕の解釈に身を委ねるといい。はっ、てっ。
ああ、
誘った覚えはないけど、星の祝福をあなたに。
僕、友情を思えいや。期待しちゃってます？お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
亡者は再び降臨する。奪ったならば償ってもらおう。
今回は協調よ、再び。記憶が音のない水底で終わりなき深淵を迎えなさい。
やれやれ。全ては星々の星の秘密を求める鍵よ。開拓者たちに真なる祝福を。
これはどうでしょう。期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
降臨せよ最悪の力。
期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
避けてね。
協調よ再び。
はい。
亡者は再び降臨する。
期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。楽しめるといいですね。これはどうでしょう。顔はなしですよ。期待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
礼儀のなってないお客さんね。ラッキースターは誰かな。全ては星々の星の秘密を求める鍵よ。開拓者たちに真なる祝福を。
運命は選択ではな。降臨せよ最悪の力。記憶が音のない水底で終わりなき深淵を迎えなさい。
新しい商売ですか。はい。や 待しちゃってます。お客様は神様。神様を裏切れというのなら追加料金です。
Yeah, that was close. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a little image. So this is finally. I think this is finally a new one because March we already knew March's shitty image, and it's also same for Sampo. But I don't actually Japard. No, did we have? We had Japard as a character, but I don't think he was our main guy. Oh yeah, same for me. Yeah. So the first one was me, then it was March, then it was Sampo, and now the fourth one. This is the actual newest, shitty version of her. We hadn't seen shittier versions of any people.
厄介よ、酒。残念ながら選ぶ相手を間違えたよ。天使を授けん。
適切な援助だった。
奪ったならば償ってもらおう。
この剣で送ってやろう。市長よ、来たれ。
代価を払ってもらう。機は熟した。我に力を。
亡者は再び降臨する。
この賭け皆を招こう。剣に憐憫など不要だ。余さず返す。悲願。そうそう。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
厄介よ、酒。
余計な。この剣で送ってやろう。この賭け皆を招こう。
機は熟した。我に力を。
悲願。そうそう。余さず返す。
亡者は再び降臨する。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
この賭け皆を招こう。
新人なる力。
剣に憐憫など不要だ。誠意を成した。
Jesus Christ, attack of 1700. So I have slightly less crit rate, but more crit damage. 1300 more attack. More health. Oh, they have 138 speed. So they have slightly more speed, so I guess that's why they focused on.
天使よ、授けん。
この体に治療はいらぬ。
亡者は再び降臨する。
Does it dispel that? Oh, okay, so it doesn't dispel that.
ならば償ってもらおう。
この剣で市長よ、来たれ。 余さず返そう。
これは避けられない一戦。機は熟した。我に力を。
今引けば見逃す。この月下で全て照らさん。月光を剣とせん。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
死での準備をしろ。
悲願そうそう。この賭け皆を招こう。
僕の解釈に身を委ねる。大丈夫、問題はない。
まだ足りない。剣に憐憫など不要だ。
機は熟した。我に力を。
白火よ、酒。
余計な悲願そうそう。この賭け皆を招こう。
罪深い。亡者は再び降臨する。
Oh, it removed. Oh, no, it didn't.
我々はとうに嵐に踏み
I
入っ
thought
た。
it was removing. I thought it removed that buff, but apparently didn't.
守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
罪深い。
この月下で全て照らさん。
悲願そうそう。
審判の結果、懲罰。
厄介な連中。
てっ。罪深い。
機は熟した。我に力を。
悲願そうそう。邪魔だ。誠意をなした。
しまってしまう。
どこにも逃げられぬ。
永民は終わりではない。亡者は再び降臨する。
この賭け皆を招こう。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
システム実行。
なかなかだ。悲願そうそう。
討伐開始。
残念ながら選ぶ相手を間違えたよ。天使よ授けん。
適切な援助だった。
奪ったならば償ってもらおう。はあ、亡者は再び降臨する。
代価を払ってもらう。機は熟した。我に力を。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
この賭け俺には皆を招こう。
計算中。増幅。
悲願そうそう。
取るに足らぬ。
はっ。
この月下で全て照らさん。月光を剣とせん。
再評価。システム実行。出撃。計算中。検測完了。
これは避けられない一戦。機は熟した。我に力を。
剣に憐憫など不要だ。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
この賭け俺には届かぬが皆を招こう。悲願そうそう。
亡者は再び降臨する。 僕の解釈に
この月下で全て照らさん。
家族。
この賭け俺に皆を招こう。悲願そうそう。
我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために敵を打ち崩せ。
記憶が残る場所、触れられるのは無理だ。
So is Paley gonna have a shitty version, or is she gonna have one like one of her fancy drawn versions? 'Cause she was the one who drew the fancy ones. I'm curious if it's gonna be the shitty version drawn by Japard or the nice one drawn by her. She has a shitty version. Oh, that's pretty funny.
くならもてなすほかありませんね。万事順調。支援開始いたします。こうやってあれ敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
私にも
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。
霊符よ守りたま
や敵ターゲットを確認。おや敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アキラ、俺様だけで十分だ。
敵データ収集完。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
また足手まといに。
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。落ち着いて。こちら側が言う。こうやってあれ敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アキラ、俺様だけで十分だ。
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。諸悪退散。敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。 困りました。万事順調。おや、敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
準備の騎士たる役目を果たしましょう。卑劣を抹消する。あの光と彩、空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。すべてをイドリラ様に。
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。霊符よ、守りたまえ。急がばあれですね。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アッキーは俺様だけで十分だ。
客ならもてなす。落ち着いて。
一輪のバラに誓います。準備は朽ちません。あの光と彩、空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。すべてイドリラ様に。
敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。まだ立ち上がりますか？
ほらやった。
和をもって尊く千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
準備の騎士たる役目を、卑劣を抹消する。あの光と彩、空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。
敵ターゲットを確認。こうやってあれ敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アッキーは俺様だけで十分だ。
客ならもてなすほかありませんね。万事順調。おや、敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
あの光と空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。すべてイドリラ様に。
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。やっまた足手まといになっちゃう。茶を払い身を縛らん。急がば回れですね。
一輪のバラン亀裂を抹消する。
敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
あの光と空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。すべてイドリラ様に。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アキラ、俺様だけで十分だ。
敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。敵ターゲットを確認。お黙りなさい。
アクション1実行。
敵データ収集完。捕獲マーク。
God, I was hoping I would be able to kill him with that. Just barely survive. That's kind of annoying. There we go.
Oh. あの光と空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。すべてイドリラ様に。
千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を。万事吉とならん一心同期。 落ち着いて。また足手まといに。
ほらやった。
来ないで。
うろちょろと目障りなんだよ。アキラ、俺様だけで十分だ。
敵データ収集完了。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
あの光と再会、空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。全てイドリラ様に。準備の騎士たる卑劣を抹消する。あの光と再空にあるあらゆる美しさは僕が守り抜きます。
支援開始いたします。おや？敵データ収集完。捕獲マーク起動。ここからは愉快な反撃の時間です。
和をもって尊しとなす千の珍奇をもって鼓舞を万事吉とならん一心同期。
失敗。
記憶が残る場所。触れられるのはトゲのある花ばかりだ。
Hello. How's it going? No, that's nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. You have to be. I mean, you have to kind of learn how to play Arlecchino, obviously, to make sure that you're not like dying. But yeah, Toma is really helpful. Toma definitely helps because he like the shield. The consistent shields he applies is really helpful. Yeah, that's why I went. Yeah, that's why I went ER Sands instead of HP. I think he's. I think we should. Showed him as a ER Sands HP Goblet HP hat. Because even though yeah his shield will be weaker because he doesn't have that HP percent, he'll have the ER Sands. He'll have the ER weapon. I think, and I know I was relatively lucky. Like I have him super stacked on ER. I don't think he needs that much, but probably between like 200% to 220% would probably be a good idea. It's also because like Arlecchino's skill, she doesn't do it that much, so the particles she generates are not going to be is not going to be crazy. So like you'll get off the one skill. Yeah, I mean it'll be a while. I think you could probably make do. If you have the weapon, if you have the prototype Star Glitter, if you have that level 90, that will definitely help because that's like a 60% energy recharge. That can be okay. I mean, that can be okay. Obviously, the level 90 would be best, but it depends on what his crit rate is. Like it has ER, so that's still helpful. But the prototype Star Glitter has just more base stats. Its effect is not helpful. Like the prototype Star Glitter is all about personal damage. It increases the normal attack damage after doing, I think, your skill, um, which isn't helpful at all. Like I don't give a shit about Toma's personal damage, but it has like 60% energy recharge at max level, whereas Favonius I think only goes up to 40% or something like that. But it has the added bonus effect of getting extra energy if you crit. So if you're lucky enough and your substats are decent enough that you actually have a decent chance of critting, then maybe. But oh no, don't worry about it. I'm not saying like those are just like end goals, I guess. Something to plan for, but no worries about actually doing it. Um, well, I would say if you have the billets to craft weapons, I would say, oh, to yeah. So yeah, his skill is the big thing. Well, I guess his skill and his burst kind of both want to be leveled. You don't have to level his normal attack, but I recommend doing his skill and burst. His skill gives you a big initial shield, and it's his burst that provides the layering tiny shields, both of which increase its shielding with every level. So those you get. So he's kind of resource heavy. You, in the end, kind of want to be 699. You want to level both skill and burst up to level 9. You can crown him if you love him, but you don't have to. But you want to focus on both of them. Although skill first, because the skill gives the beefiest of shields. Probably events, depending on like if you're doing the that weekly thing you can do for materials, like you feed it random stuff and it gets the transmogrifier thingy. If you were doing that every single week and then just events give lots of random stuff. Also, if you don't level many, I guess he's Inazuman. If you don't have many Inazuman characters, uh, maybe yeah, you just collected a bunch without needing it. But yeah, I mean he's support, so it's not like super important. Obviously, you kind of want to focus on Arlecchino because the best defense is a good offense. So if you can get her to be super powerful, you can kill things before needing all the shields that Toma has. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is something take your time. Don't rush it. Don't burn yourself out. That's what I try not to do too. But yeah, if you had to focus on one, I would do skill first because it will give you that big initial shield. I mean, so get all his talents. I guess you don't have to do his basic attack. I like to, regardless of anything, I like to get all my talents up to 666 for every character, no matter what. But at least get his skill and burst up to 6, and then do his skill first after that, like when you're continuing to level. Once that's 9, then you can work on just... Yeah, that's fine. Then work on his skill, and then his burst. You can kind of go. Well, you could alternate too. You can go like, oh, okay, 7. You can go 7-6, then 7-7, 8-7, 8-8, 9-8, that type of thing. Oh yeah, I forgot what his constellations do. It definitely improves his shielding abilities. Actually, but there's nothing much you can do about that. It's not like you can force constellations. That's just something that will eventually happen over time. And if you're lucky that you want a character that also happens to have the right materials. Let's see, character, 4-star fire. Okay, what's his constellation? I mean, that's fine. It depends on your world level. I don't know if you can get up to 90. It's almost like it's not a super. It's a passive effect. I think it's a low base damage. Or no, it's a high base damage, low main substat, which that's why the Star Glitter is a little better. Oh yeah, that's super. Yeah, that's definitely useful. Oh yeah, and if you get him C4, that will definitely help your energy usages too. Yeah, if you get him to C4, you can get 15 energy back once you do your burst. So essentially, his burst is 80 energy. So you get almost a fourth, a little under a fourth. Yeah, almost definitely. I mean, and then also like another reason too is at C6, when you get a barrier or refresh it, which is just how his burst does its like thing. The damage of all party members' normal charged and plunging attacks is increased by 15% for 6 seconds, but essentially it's a constant buff you can keep refresh because your shields are constantly refreshing. But guess what Arlecchino likes to do? Arlecchino's damage is all considered normal attacks. So you're buffing Arlecchino's normal attacks by 15%. Now that's like, that's a goal from way in the future, but like, yeah, C4 will increase his, make it easier for him to use as a burst more frequently. And then C6 adds an extra buff to Arlecchino's damage. So he's a very, very good pairing with her. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good ratio. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty built. Like, obviously, at that point, it's just like getting luckier on artifact rolls, where it's getting a few more artifacts that have a crit rate or have artifacts that roll more into crit rate than other useless stats. But that's a pretty good thing. I would say you're pretty much set. You just need to, I guess. Let's see, Arlecchino's domain. I guess did you use Arlecchino's actual artifact set? Because there's that would be the end goal. Like I have her on Gladiator set because it was just easier and I could get better stats. Yeah, I'm having a hard time too. Although I'm farming for Emily. Yeah, I have Gladiator too because I just have a pile of them, so I was able to get relatively decent rolls with that. That's unfortunate. Well, I mean, with 5.0, the weapon banner becomes better, so maybe save up for her weapon the next time it comes around on the next time she's a rate up character, then you could get her weapon as well. It definitely looks really cool on her. I mean, it's not a must. I think because I think that like the sweaty nerds who are like saying even like there's the her personal artifact set is like a 5% bonus in damage. It's like so the difference between gladiator a 4-piece gladiator and her the 4-piece her set is not super great. Now obviously 5% is still 5%. So like yeah, you still want that, but like it's not a crazy difference. And these are people who are like testing Arlecchino with like all artifact sets, all weapons. So they were going like her personal weapon and all the other weapons and free to play weapons and all that shit and the common artifacts that would be good for her. And they determined yeah, gladiator set is pretty good. I don't think so because like I don't see how the weapon actually improves anything because from what I remember, her artifact set is just you get bonus damage when she gains or loses Bond of Life, which when you do her skill and get her brand back, she gains a bunch of Bond of Life, and while you're attacking, you'll constantly lose Bond of Life, so you're going to have tons of Bond of Life. And I think her weapon is helpful for getting Bond of Life, but like it doesn't really help that much because at a certain point you're going to have to swap her out anyway. So you're going to get her you're going to put her brand on, you're going to swap to another character, you're going to do all their skills and bursts, swap back to Arlecchino, get your absorb your Bond of Life, absorb the brand, get your Bond of Life. I think the weapon gives you more Bond of Life, so you have more of it. But essentially, then you just keep wailing on them, and either you run out of Bond of Life to use, and you do your skill, then you do your burst, that Arlecchino's burst, and then skill, and to refresh it. So it's like I don't think it actually matters that much. Yeah, so like you could stay on the field more with the weapon because you'll have more Bond of Life to give. So essentially, you're going to stay more pyro infused more for a longer period of time. But I think it's like staying on longer than you really need to. So it's the point where it's like you're staying on the field. Yeah, you could stay on longer, but your other teammates' abilities are going to go off cooldown, and that's when you need to like swap back to them anyway. So it's like, yeah, you can stay on the field more, but like you don't really need to stay on more. And her artifact set is just every time she loses Bond of Life, she just keeps a bonus up, which is like okay, so that doesn't really matter. Like because she's going to be losing Bond of Life consistently as she's constantly doing normal attacks. Like I think it gives you a little more leeway. So obviously, the more Bond of Life you have, the more like leeway you have, so that you can stay on the field more and if you want. But like I think and I don't know what like the math they did. I think I've seen videos where they like show the actual math of like the actual numbers and stuff that they crunched. But like I just kind of take it as it comes, and they're like, okay, well this is the best, and this is like they say there's a 5% difference, and I'm not going to go like calculate that. Like they calculated, I trust them. They say 5%, 5% it is. Now, obviously, like at some point, that's why I'm kind of hoping that when I'm farming for Emily's set, yeah, Geodea, yeah, I'm definitely going to get her. My plan is to get Mulanni tomorrow. Get Mulanni tomorrow because I think she's going to be pretty sweet in the exploration of Natlan. And then Geodea looks super ridiculously hot. So I'm definitely going to get her too. I forget. Was she the only new character? I saw her. I didn't know if I haven't really been paying attention to Twitter, so I'm not sure if they announced another character. I don't know if Geodea is going to be the only new 5-star. Not really. I might have enough, but we'll see. I mean, like we had the entire patch too. Oh, okay. And it definitely depends on if she's going to be in the beginning part of the banner or the first banner or the next banner. But like it's kind of hard to tell because I think the estimate was like we're gonna get for this 5.0 patch, we're gonna get like 14,000 Primo Gems or so because like we have a new area to explore, we have all the events. It's kind of hard to tell too because like they're giving away 1,000 Primo Gems uh, for winning Game of the Year, but then there's also the anniversary shit, so we're gonna get some free shit there. So it's like I'm kind of confused. I'm not 100% sure. I think I have enough for Milani and hopefully be able to save up enough for Geodea, but we'll see. It also depends on how lucky I get on Milani. I'm not even sure. I don't think I have a 50-50 stocked, so it's like I have to rely on luck. Maybe I can get lucky. Maybe my first 10 pull I'll get Milani, and that'll be that. Then I'll definitely have enough for Geodea. I'm curious what her kit's going to be. So I'm looking forward to when 5.0 comes out, and then I'll be able to, and then they'll have the betas out for 5.1, and they'll have the leaks for the characters. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like Milani. I mean, I like her. She's cute, but also I think her Sharky is going to be super useful in Natlan. I think her Sharky travel is going to be pretty fast and fun. So that's the main reason I'm getting her for that for the travel. And she seems interesting. I like the vaporized thing. I don't have. I think I don't mind it. Like it seemed interesting enough, and I don't really have a good hydro DPS unit because like the hydro DPS units are like Nuvalet and Ayato, and they're both guys, so I don't have them. And I think every other one is support. I don't know. I don't think I have a single hydro DPS, so I have like no real good vaporizers. Like I only vaporize with fire, so I don't have a vaporized through hydro reactions. Oh, I guess. Well, no, yeah. Let's see. So I technically have Yolan, which she does damage, but not really. Yeah. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I forgot. I have Child. Child is my only hydro DPS. Back in the olden days when I got him, because it was really useful to get characters when Genshin first came out. So I was young and reckless, and I got Child. Even though I don't like him as a character, like personality-wise. Yeah. So Milani seems really interesting. We'll see how I like her play style because obviously it's all about like Sharky and like smacking them and smacking the enemies with Sharky, which is kind of like how Yelan plays anyway. Like with Yelan, you're gonna do her skill and like rush up and do them. So I think Milani plays like that. In which case, I'm already kind of used to it. But yeah, Child's is a douche, so I don't like him. But I think he was also like he was on the banner with Diona, and so it's essentially I was trying to pull for Diona because Diona was adorable, and I wanted a shield like Kofefe. Welcome back. Oh shit! I actually got a. It doesn't instant combat. It's a buff. But yeah, I actually did make a Child team though. Like so, I had Child for the longest time, and I got him because I was aiming for Diona and her constellation. So I ended up just getting a Child, and it was like not super bad because it's like at a time of the game like Child was the 1.1 banner. Child was on the 1.1 banner, so like this is like the first few months of Genshin, so it's like it's kind of helpful to be pulling on characters simply because you're getting 4-star weapons, you're getting constellations for characters, so it was good to do, but I just didn't like him on a personal level. Yeah. But I did make a child team. I think it was Child, Nahida, Yaimiko, and Uki. And it was pretty good. You mean that dude? Whatever his name is? He's a fox, not a cat. This guy? Yeah, they only have fox people. There are no cat people. Genshin has cats. We have, Kirara, Diona, Sucrose. But in this game, it's foxes. Play Mika. I also didn't read up. I don't know what that field does. But yeah, so I did actually make a child team, and like way back when there was like a lot of like contention about how to use child, and I mean child actually wasn't that bad. Like I don't really hate his playstyle. He doesn't feel super powerful though. No worries. I do that too when I'm just typing. I oftentimes, like, if I'm spelling the word "the" is the one I mess up the most. Instead of "the," I do "teh" a lot. If I'm just typing quickly. I don't even know if it's power creep. Like, well, because like, I guess technically, I mean, New Valette was power creep. So the question is, what are his abilities? New Valette is already like ridiculously powerful. Special moves. Oh, I thought he was a healer. Isn't he a healer? Oh, yeah, Nihility. Oh. Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, maybe I'm just not using child correctly too, because like, probably not. Because I mean, like the whole point is that Mulaney is like designed for vaporized teams. Like you're supposed to use her for vaporizers. So the fact that I'm using, so it seems like that vaporized teams are kind of like the best way to. Vaporized teams are kind of probably the best way to get damage out of your Hydro DPS. And I'm not using Child in a vaporized team. I'm using him in an Electrocharge team. And Electrocharge isn't really an amazingly powerful reaction. And I'm kind of doing aggravates too. So it's like with Nahida and Child, they're getting the Dendro Blooms, and with the Electro, they're aggravating those Dendro cores. So not only am I getting Electrocharge, but I'm getting some cores. So I'm doing a little mix match of stuff. But like maybe if I did something else, like if I threw in Jangling and Child, if I tried to see what Pure Vaporize would do, or other Pyro characters, maybe that would be good. Like he actually also, yeah, I mean Electrocharge doesn't really work that well. I don't think it's that strong. It does damage. It's not super powerful, but it will arc between enemies. So if you have a bunch of enemies afflicted with Hydro, and then you afflict them with Electro, they'll Electrocharge, and like nearby enemies will the electricity will branch off to another enemy. So it's stacks. Oh, I need to get 10 stacks probably. It's not really an AoE because it like arcs between enemies. So it'll like hit the enemy that you Electrode and then like nearby Hydrode enemies, I think. So it'll just do damage to the two of them. But I think you can arc it to like multiple people, so maybe it kind of works. But it's not super powerful. It's one of the weaker reactions. I think, like Vaporize and Melts are obviously like the big. Well, Melt is the big boy, and then Vaporizes are also pretty strong, and then Animo Swirl used to be kind of shit, but then they changed how Elemental Mastery scaled with stuff, and then with Dendro, Electro and Dendro aggravates made Electro powerful again, but they never really kind of worked on Hydro reactions at all. That it? I should read up on Misha. I think I want to build him. But yeah, so like ideally, oh, I see. That's probably. Yeah. So if I really want to like test out Child, I could probably put him on a Vaporize team to see how his damage is, and it's not like he's like bad either. Like even using him on his Electro team, he still like does decent damage too. So he's not terrible. I think I was just trying to use him in I don't know. I don't have like I either have like really I have some decent fire DPS, but I don't really have great fire supports. Like Toma is like one of my best fire supports, and then there's like Zhang Ling. There just aren't that many. I mean, if your characters aren't full, like 36 starring is kind of tough. Like as long as you can get like 33 reliably, then I'd say you have a pretty good team build. The 36 is kind of reliant because like they obviously stack the buffs that you get based on the character that just came out. So if you're not pulling on the newest of the new characters, okay. If you're not pulling on the newest of the new characters, yeah, then I'd say you have a pretty decent team. And then if you're lucky, you'll have the characters built that work well with the buff that they're giving the Spiral Abyss that time. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Like, it is what it is. Well, there goes all my skills. Oh, there we go. So either you pull on all the characters, or you just have to hope you're lucky. Hope you're lucky, and then like the characters you have built are actually really good for the buff that the Spiral Abyss provides. And then sometimes sometimes the enemies. Oh yes, thank you. I think I wasn't super well. Yeah, I wasn't super good on it. I could have done better. Especially like, yeah, it depends on if I have characters I'm familiar with. Like that's why I kind of hate for some of the combat events when they like give you a character you don't ever use. Like Zhao, for instance. Like I just don't like Zhao at all, so I never use him. But you know, they're like, oh, here's Zhao, and you just get him right from the start, and then you try to make him work, and that kind of sucks. I don't like that at all, but like Ayaka, I have Ayaka, I've built Ayaka, I know how Ayaka works, so like yeah, it's because I don't know if you were there when I was talking about the attack delay. I was kind of demonstrating with Ningguang, but essentially, if you're pressing the X, or like I'm on control, I play on console, so I have a controller. If you're pressing X, essentially, within the first half second, you can't press X again. It won't register. It won't recognize another button press, and that's the problem. Is that when you press X, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to X to continue doing my attacks, but it's not registering that second X if you do it within half a second. So like the problem with Zhao is you need to jump up and then leap down. So that's pressing X or it's circle to attack, but like it's X to jump and then circle to plunge down. But if you press And then like the second you plunge, you want to press X again to jump back up again, and so you want to get those things pretty snappy. And what I was constantly doing is that I would plunge down, I'd press the X button to jump back up, but because I did it too quickly, I wouldn't jump, and so I'm trying to like alternate my thumb from X and circle, and so I would press X, assuming that I would leap up, and then started pressing circle so I could plunge down, but because I hit X too quickly, it didn't register that, and so I press circle, and Zhao starts attacking with his basic attacks. And so it's like, God damn it, like, come on, dude, like... So, like, that's kind of the biggest problem. Yeah, I mean, like, and it's like to each their own. Like, I just, it's not my favorite. I don't like it, so... I think the button lag kind of screws me over. And, like, because I don't ever play him, it, like, really screws me over. Because, like, if I played him, it wouldn't be a problem. Because I would get used to that. I would get used to the, like, the pattern, the feel of it. I'd be like, oh, okay, I gotta do this, then this, then this, then this. I gotta go in this kind of order. Yeah, and it's kind of like a catch-22, right? It's like, oh, I don't play him, so I'm not used to him. But because I'm not used to him, I don't like because I'm not used to him, I don't like him, and I don't know how to play him. And because of that, I don't want him. So, like, I'm never gonna get him because I don't like him. But I'm never gonna like him if I don't get him. So, yeah. There's nothing you can do. Oh. He didn't die. And, like, you know, he's a guy, so fuck him. I don't want him anyway. But yeah, it's kind of tough, and it's like same for the Wanderer too. Like the Wanderer has a different issue in that he's just like he needs to float, but he also gets like smacked out of the air so easily, which is just kind of annoying. Like for the male characters that I would consider getting, like I've played Cyno, I've actually Cyno, Nuvolette, Wriothesley. Actually, I don't really like Nuvolette's playstyle. I feel like his charge. I feel like I'm moving in molasses when he's doing his charge attack, and I don't like it. I feel like I can't aim properly. Like, it definitely seems like if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, when you move your mouse, he moves quicker. So it just kind of sucks for controller. It moves slower. Now, I definitely have lowered the sensitivity of the controller because I play Ganyu, so I want to have more fine-tuned controls when I'm charge shotting. But that's the problem. It's because I've done that. Nuvolette moves slow because it's treating that. Oh, okay. So maybe it's easier to aim, perhaps, or maybe he moves quicker. But like because of my charge shot thing and the sensitivity on the joystick, I move slowly. So if I wanted to use him, I could increase the sensitivity so he would actually go he would go faster. But if I did that, then it would be harder to aim my charge shots. And I play Ganyu. I like to play Ganyu. So it's kind of like a tough thing where you can't like. There's no like setting to split it. You can't be like, oh, could you please just let me change it based on which character I'm using? Because then I would say, okay, well for Nuvolette I want it to be much more sensitive. And for Ganyu, I want to be less sensitive. But, you know, it is what it is. But, like, Cyno's playstyle was kind of fun. I like Wriothesley. I think his Catalyst Cryo thing was kind of fun to do. Ayato, I like him. I like his playstyle. It looks pretty cool, and it's easy to play. But like Zhao and Wanderer are just kind of annoying to play. Like Wanderer gets smacked around too easily, and Zhao's plunging attack. It's just hard to get the cadence right for doing it. And then he just feels clunky too, because like you're jumping up and leaping down, and it just feels like you're delayed all the time. Like it feels, and it really is the button delay too, because as I said, like you leap into the air, and then you have to press circle, but you're not going to be able to plunge for at least half a second before the system will recognize you pressing circle again. So it's like it's jump, half a second delay, plunge, half a second delay, jump, half a second delay, plunge. It's like, and that feels kind of weird and janky. And then like he has energy issues, and the fact that he's a that he drains his health too, and it's like he just has so many negative things about him. Like draining his health is annoying. The fact that he feels kind of janky to play. She's not that. Oh. So yeah, he wasn't super cool. Like the water release was interesting, and as long as once you get used to dodging, he might not be as terrible. But like Zhao just has so many negatives. Like even if he would have to not have the HP draining thing to be kind of he'd have to not have the HP drain to be bearable. But with the HP drain, it's just like nope, he sucks. I don't want him. Yeah, Kinech seems interesting too, but I'm not going to get him either. So Milani looks cool. I think her thing will be super useful for traveling. And she seems like a pretty good Hydra DPS, so I'm kind of curious to try out some Vaporized teams, because I haven't really... Oh, actually, I guess I do have Vaporized teams. Yeah, his story was cool. That whole, all the Yaksha and the whole, like, the other Yaksha that lost his memory and all that stuff. Kinech, his playstyle seemed interesting, and the whole, like, pixel stuff seems interesting too. I'm just not sure, like... Yeah, she's way too hot. I'm kind of curious how she's designed. Damn, these guys keep attacking. Yeah, and like Arlen too in this game, he's a character that does more damage the lower his health gets. I hate that. I hate the whole like. I hate lowering health stuff. I don't like that's. Despite all that, like, I mean, I still play. I still play Hu Tao, who has that gimmick, but I just don't like it. I just don't like the health draining parts of shit. Like that just feels like shit to do. Yeah, like it's the high risk, high reward type thing. Like I don't know if you played Wuthering Waves. There's a character in that game too that has a similar high risk, high reward thing. It was Denjin, where it's like her attacks drain her own HP, but then boost the damage of her attacks. So, and I think, and then she has an attack that like boosts her HP. I think she has a method of, so she drains her like certain like her normal attacks drain her HP, but then like if you do her skill or something, she gets HP back. Yeah, I played it. I played 1.0. I played 1.1, and then I just kind of got bored of it. Yeah, on mobile, I imagine it's even worse. Like it's the kind of game where you really, really need to play on console or PC, because like you need a bigger screen and you need better controls. Like you need to. It's a game that has a higher skill ceiling, so you have to be able to have fine-tuned movement, and you just can't get that on a mobile phone. Like, that's what that button was. Yeah, and I heard there was like a shitload of performance problems too on that. Even on PC, I think there were performance issues, which is like, I don't. Like, it's what it's supposed to. Like, guess designed for PC. How do you still have performance problems? But it just is what it is. But yeah, I played 1.1. Like the story of 1.0 was like, ugh. Like it was okay. Like the beginning parts were just terrible. Like it was just so quickly paced, and like you just couldn't care about anybody. Like it was just told very poorly. It had some cool scenes, but like it just felt so rushed that you just couldn't really care about the world. I didn't have too big an issue with the combat, but like well, I was playing on PC and with a controller, but like some of the movement felt a little too fast and loose. The story in 1.1 was better, but it was just like I was playing the game and it just like it felt like a chore to play. It felt like it was just a chore to get myself to play the game, and it's like at that point, like why am I even playing? You know, like if I don't like it, then what's the point of even doing it? It felt like I was forcing myself to do it. Like Genshin, I don't mind like popping in and doing stuff. It feels fun. I probably want this one. I'm gonna do a lot of basic attacks. Let's do that one. Yeah, and like I do get it, right? Like Wuthering Waves is all about it's about a more dystopian, post-apocalyptic type world. So it's like I understand that it's supposed to be like shitty. I understand it's supposed to be kind of like crap because like yeah, that's just how the world is. So I get that to some degree, but like it's just like yeah, like the world was a little too depressing. The music wasn't really that good. Like there was just a lot of like dreary music to it. It was just like it wasn't, and I get it. Like it's supposed to be kind of like it's supposed to be a little dreary. Like it's because it's not like a nice happy world. Like some of the happy music that Genshin has. Like yeah, of course that's not going to make any sense in a game like that. But like the music was just like it just droned on a little bit too much. So it was just like it just didn't really feel great. And then like some places didn't have like, and it would just be like the same thing on a loop, and there was not that much of variety. So yeah, like all those things together, it was just like, and then like spending resin, and then just like it's just like, and it was just more challenging. Okay, this one, and this one. Okay. So yeah, like I pretty much I stopped at 1.1. I think I spent the last of like I did log in when that fire girl went on the banner, and I spent the rest of my gems on her. So I got her, and then I haven't played again since. Like it was fine, but like it's just like yeah, there were some aspects of it I did really like. Like there's some aspects that they did well, but like some aspects were just a little too grindy. Combat was a little too annoying. I didn't like how it's like the events weren't really that fun. Like they were just kind of repetitive and boring, and they're all combat related, or mostly combat related, and they just felt too repetitious and grindy. And then yeah, it just didn't feel as good. Like exploring didn't feel as fun as Genshin does. And at the end of the day, yeah, like it's the kind of thing where like I'm hoping that like maybe they were just like rushed out to do this because 1.1 was better. Like the story in 1.1 was much better. It looks like 1.2 is still going to be in like this Chinese realm. So I'm kind of curious, like maybe in a year or two, like after they fleshed out, have more like locations and stuff, maybe it'll be a little better. But I think another like negative thing is that like I mean obviously it's a Chinese company making it, so like the first location was a location in China. Like it was essentially it was a Chinese named city with a bunch of Chinese people. Like the names were all, but like that was the thing. Is like the city was humongous, and there was a ton of NPCs, and all of them had these like Chinese names, and it's like it just makes it really hard to like relate and like remember all the people when like they're all named something that you just can't remember at all. Oh, God damn it! Oh no, I did something nice. Like it's just make it harder to remember people or differentiate people. And so that was kind of rough. So, and there was so many of them. Like there were like way too many NPCs. There were way too many named NPCs. Like should have just like they could leave the same number of NPCs, but just stop naming them. Like don't name every single one. Like name maybe 10% of them. So like you have a bunch of just randos. Yeah, it was just kind of generic and boring. And like some places were like all destroyed and stuff, and it's like it's fine to go through it once, but like to actually exploring it just felt more of a chore than anything. So maybe it'll get better. Maybe when we get to the next area. Yeah. Oh, nice. Leave it like that. I'll look at that. Well, I mean, no one has more experience than copying MiHoYo than this company. Because this is the company that also made Punishing Gray Raven, which is essentially a Honkai Impact 3rd copy. Now, they obviously did their own thing. It seems like what they try to do is they try to take a MiHoYo game and just make the combat more challenging. Like, so make the combat encounters more challenging and, like, the combat more intricate and difficult. Which is like, okay, fine. Like, there are people who, do appreciate that. And that was the thing, too. Even in Punishing Gray Raven, it was a post-apocalyptic world where, like, the world was just, like, fucked over and shitty. And it was just like, why do I care about this world when it seems like this world sucks? So, yeah. And that just seems to be kind of their wheelhouse. Now, like, that's fine. Like, there definitely are people who can like that stuff. But it's you're going to appeal to more people if you make it nice. And that's why, like, I mean, again, MiHoYo, like, the Genshin is designed more for children, because it is relatively more, it's relatively more of a juvenile game. It is, but it can be fine if you do it well. I just don't think they did it well. Like, we'll see how the story unfolds. They just rushed it too much. So, like, there was just way too much mystery, and, like, we don't know anything, and it just, like, we just don't, like, they just keep introducing new characters and new terms without properly exploring them. Like, they mentioned the term overclocking in 1.0, and, like, so I know how computers work, so I'm like, oh, okay, overclocking, so it's like you burnt out a circuit or something like that. And I'm, like, thinking, oh, okay, so, like, maybe if you overclock, these resonators can no longer use their powers. And they never explain what it means at all. And then finally in 1.1 they actually mention what it actually means, and it's way worse than like that. It's like, no, if you overclock, you like disintegrate. You just like disappear from this world because like you use up all your power, and then you essentially implode and die in like a horrific way. And it's like, oh, well, like maybe you should have mentioned that. Like that seems kind of important. Like you could have mentioned that. So yeah, like it's shit like that where it's just like, come on, dude, like. Yeah, and it's like, and I get it, right? Like you're not trying to do it. Like no one's intentionally killing themselves, but it is also this kind of thing where it's just like. If you're gonna mention the and that's like they do it a lot of times. Like they just mention all these terms they never ever actually explain, and it's just like, well, you really need to explain. It's like, because it doesn't take long to explain. It's just like you just keep learning new terms, new locations. You go to this humongous city with so many people, and none of like, you don't just give a shit about any of them. And they introduce like 3 villains. Well, they introduce like way too many villains too. Like because you meet Scar. Well, like, so you start out and you're like, okay, so you meet the dragon, like, oh, cool, there's the dragon. I mean, I thought the female one was pretty hot. And like, you just don't know about them. And they're like amnesiacs, so it's not, you're not supposed to care too much about them. It's just like, you're supposed to be curious who are that type thing. And that's, fine. But then it's like, so you meet you see the dragon in a vision, and then you pop up and it's like, oh, you see the crownless, and you're like, oh shit, there's these tacit discords, but they never really explain what they are. So you fight one and absorb one, and you're like, oh my god, that's amazing. But it's like, I don't know why that's amazing, and I don't even know what the thing I have just absorbed really is, or even what a resonator is at all. And no one explains anything. And then you meet like a bunch of people, and you're like, okay, cool. Like, I guess I kind of understand these people. But then you go into the city, and you're like moving on. Then you meet Scar, and then they show that girl with the white hair, and then you are told about the huge mega tacit discords, where like the mega tacit discords are like super bad. And so it's like you're introduced to like those 3 villains, and then when you're starting it, and then you hear about like the black flower people. So it's like, oh, now there's a group of black flower people who are also kind of bad guys, and you meet that girl with white hair that turns red, so like another type of villain. So it's like they're just throwing characters and enemies at you, where it's like, and then just like rushing through. It's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna introduce you to them and like ignore them from now on type thing, where it's just like, wow, like that's crazy. Like, so it just, yeah, it's way too much. And like Genshin kept it smart. Like, you pop in, you pop in and you see the goddess, right? You get beaten by the goddess, and it's like, cool. Like, they set up a nice big catch. They hooked you on that, and then you get kicked to the surface. Then you're in Teyvat, and you're wandering around. What do you see? Well, you see Venti and Dvalin, and then Dvalin fucks off, and then you go into Mondstadt, and then Dvalin attacks Mondstadt. So it's like, not only were you introduced to the dragon, then the dragon attacks, letting you know, hey, this guy's the bad guy. And how does the Mondstadt arc end? Well, it ends with you beating Dvalin. So you're introduced to the villain right away. They keep it pretty much at that one villain, but they do have some foreshadowing of the Abyss. Like, oh yeah, the Abyss was what caused Dvalin to go crazy. But like, that's it. It's just like a little foreshadowing, but Dvalin is still the main villain there, and they keep the focus on Dvalin as Storm Terror and all that shit. And then they move on, and then once that's resolved, they move on. And so it's like they're giving you little tidbits of like continuity. Like, yeah, you learn about the Abyss there, and you learn about the Abyss a little bit more, and it's slowly fleshed out. But like, Wuthering Waves just like dumps everything on you and moves on, and you're just like, it doesn't explain anything, so it just gets absolutely crazy. Ah, shit, I should have focused on another guy, but yeah. So, but like the 1.1 story was better. I did like learning about the dragon girl, and we learned a little bit more about what the dragon is in and of itself. So like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I am curious to see how that will yeah. I mean, like, MiHoYo has been doing relatively good stories too. Like, Honkai Impact 3rd had an interesting story too. So it is, and then like Genshin's been around for a while, but they're keeping it short and sweet, and that's kind of what you really should be doing. And like, introduce things at a slow, steady pace. And I think Wuthering Waves, I don't know if they were in a rush or something, but like, they were just like, yeah, let's blast you with way too much exposition and shit. So it's like, okay. But maybe they'll do better, right? Maybe like 1.1 was better, so we'll see how 1.2 shakes out. I'm not gonna play it. Like, I'm not gonna go back into 1.2. But maybe like when they get to 2.0, when they go to a new area, I might check it out. Probably not. Like, I'd have to have like nothing else to do, really. It's like I put a lot of time into the game, doing all the exploration and shit, and I'm just like, I kind of regret it, but not really. Like, it was fun. It was fine. But it was definitely, because I was like, I 100%ed at all the regions. Let's see. Associations, I don't really want that. Yeah. And that was the thing, is like, I'd have to have like nothing else to do. I guess I want this one. I guess I want this. Ice or imaginary. Physical fire. Cord. Okay, that's not good. I don't need that. So I could do this. Nah, this one seems like it's better. Yeah, like there's Natland, so like I have that. Then of course, this Friday there's going to be the Honkai Star Rail live stream as well. So there's going to be the next patch for Honkai Star. There's going to be the next patch for Honkai Star Rail, and that was the kind of thing I've been kind of weaning myself off of. God, these all suck. Unless I could use all of these in 4 domains. Let's see if this works. Oh, there's a store. Let's go spend it. Let's go buy everything at the store. Yeah, so like there's that, like, and then also I play Final Fantasy 14, and so that's a MMO, and MMOs, are just are full of like grindy little bits to them. So like there's just so much shit to do. That like I just don't have the time for it. And if I had to say what game do I enjoy playing more, Genshin or Wuthering Waves, it'd be Genshin. So it's like, well, why play the game I love? That's good. Why play both? Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of, well, not really a lot, but there's been some controversy around the Dawn Trail expansion, but I have enjoyed it. Oh, good. There's a heal. I need heals. Okay, let's increase that. Oh, I don't need skill points, though. Yeah, there's been a lot of people who just don't really like Dawn Trail. Some people say that it's the pacing. I mean, I do kind of understand that there are people who say the song placement for the Smile song at the trolleys, at the train scene and the coronation, like that was probably not the best. It should have just been at the ending where it was. Having it appear in those two scenes was like kind of weird because it just is jarring. So there have been people who've complained about like how about that type of shit, but then like people don't like the pacing, and then some people just don't like Luke Lamont too. So it's like, well, okay, well, whatever. Like, you can't please everybody. But I did enjoy the expansion. I think there's a lot of problems people have when it comes to games is that they have like these expectations, and like they have these like unrealistic expectations where there's like, oh, I'm expecting this, and like the game never said they were going to give this, they're never going to promise this, and let's see. I don't think I have that many equations to give. I don't want to get rid of those, so I'm just going to leave. And people like come in with their expectations, and then when the game doesn't meet those expectations, they're like, "Oh, it's the game's fault." It's like, no, it's not. Like, like, you just gotta accept the game for what it is. Like, don't go in with crazy expectations. They said it was going to be like a start. Like, some people will say, "Oh, it's a little too slow." I mean, there were a few parts of it I complained about as well. Like, there were some things that were silly. Like there's this one part where we're going to Bakul Jaja's. His henchman comes up to us and says, "Hey, come with us," and we know it's a trap. So he's inviting Wuklamat and I to go there. And we all know it's a trap, and so we walk there. And I'm like, we have link pearls. Like, why are we not contacting our allies? Why are we not saying, "Hey, Alphino, Bakul Jaja's henchman's here. We're heading out this way. Could you follow us?" Right? Like, we have link pearls. We could easily do this. But, like, maybe they're not going to show it, but it's going to happen. Maybe it happened, like, in between, because, like, obviously they jump ahead and we're closer to where the trap is. So, like, oh, maybe we did that at some point during that walk, but nope. We do not. Oh, cool, I can actually get rid of this one. Nice. Cool. So, like, we don't use our link pearl to contact them, which is, like, crazy. And then, like, we get into this big fight, and it's just like, oh, they have a hostage, and then they, like, move the hostage away out of sight, where it's like, well, that's dumb. Like, you should keep that hostage in sight to force us to capitulate, because if we try any funny business, you can kill the hostage right in front of us. Moving the hostage away from us gives us the opportunity to have someone go get the hostage and free them. So that was the kind of thing, oh, well, we have buddies, but we could contact them via link pearl. They could go rescue the hostage. Or, oh man, I don't even have that. I was off by one, that's a shame. We could go and get the hostage. Like, we could personally get the hostage. Little Wuklamat's fighting, like, we could go get the hostage. But then, no, we just stay and watch, and it's like, why? Why? Like, so, stuff like that. But, like, it's kind of more nitpicky than anything. It's like, yeah, does it really matter? Not really. I don't think it's consistent, but, like, it's, whatever. Oh man. It's the shit prize. But, like, it's a nitpick here and there. Overall, I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed it. I have no clue what those are for. I had fun. I've been having fun grinding. But, like, MMOs are a grind, so that's just... It's that, then there's Genshin, then there's Honkai Star Rail. Both of them are introducing new content, but it's not, like, so much that I can't do other things while I do them. So, like, that's fine. Oh, no, I am a follow-up attacker, so let's... swap that. So this is all good shit, so I don't want to get rid of it. And then I've also been like doing other games too. Like, I have been playing Sandland. Let's do that one. So I've actually finished Sandland. I beat the main story, and then I did each of the side quests. I made sure to do every single side quest. Gotcha. So I finished that. I've completely finished. It's not super well known. It's I guess you might be familiar with Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z. Well, he also created a manga for he also created a story called Sandland, which ended up only just being like one volume manga, and that was it. So basically, they made a video game based on that world. It's pretty fun. If you want to see what it looks like, it's in a cel-shaded animation style. It looks very much like the manga. It's very, very well done. I'd say it captures the essence of the characters. If you want, I have all the VODs on my YouTube. You could pop on just to check a video out to see what it looks like. But it's a pretty good series. It was a pretty good game. It was a fun game. It was really interesting because you're in I guess you have hand-to-hand combat. So your main character is a demon prince, but most combat actually happens with vehicles, and they have like 12 or 13, I think 12 or 13 vehicle types. So like they have a lot of vehicles, and those are just the vehicle types. 13 different types of vehicles, which you then have to, and each of them have a primary and secondary weapon, an engine and suspension, and then chips to give them bonuses and like a bonus, like artifact thing that can do an extra little thing. So it's, and then like there's so many types of weapons and stuff. So it's like a really well made game, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of exploration to do. The world's pretty cool. The characters are pretty interesting. It's kind of childish, like Akira Toriyama, like is all Dragon Balls has some childish elements to it. Like they're all not like childish elements, but there's no like murder. Even though like you're using a cannon to like blow up people, pretty much like they never actually die. They just like get afraid and run away and then disappear, type thing. Or when you're infiltrating bases, you're just scaring the guys who then pass out, and then you don't have to worry about them anymore. So it's like kind of silly like that. But yeah, doing all the side content and shit still took me like 60 hours to do, 58 hours. So, but yeah, played that game, beat it. So that's like while I'm playing Final Fantasy and all that shit. Final Fantasy, doing my Genshin stuff, doing my Honkai Star Rail, and popping out a few hours here and there to do that. So, gonna be playing a lot, and now and then like Visions of Mana comes out in a few days too. So I might be playing that, or I have Spider-Man 2. I kind of want to play Spider-Man 2 because I platinumed Spider-Man 1 remastered and Miles Morales. So I want to play Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. The one I liked the most as a child. So I want to play 2, but I don't know if I'm just gonna. I don't know how much Natlan's gonna have. Maybe I'll just like kill time in Natlan until I can until Visions of Mana appear, and then play that instead. I'm not sure. We shall see. But I definitely will play Spider-Man 2 at some point. I think Spider-Man 2, after Visions of Mana, either be Visions of Mana and Spider-Man 2 or vice versa. And then I also have the DLC for Tales of Arise and the DLC for Final Fantasy 16, which I haven't beaten. Let's wait till... So like I beat Final Fantasy 16, but I haven't played any of the DLC at all. Because I was kind of waiting for both of them to come out. So now both DLC are out, and then Tales of Arise I beat ages ago too, and I was just waiting for that to also come out. Or wait for the DLC to come out. So now both of those DLC are out, so I kind of want to play both of them. So many things to do. But I still want to play Spider-Man 2. I'll probably play a new game first, and then I'll probably go to the DLC. Yeah. I think I play what I like. I do really like those games. But yeah, lots of stuff to do, and that's why it's like, yeah, Wuthering Waves is just, Wuthering Waves just takes so much time, and I just don't enjoy it as much. So I'd rather play a new game or a game I actually like. Or I mean, yeah, it's not like it's bad at all, but it's just, you know, it's not worth it for me. It's not as fun as something else could be. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that guy summoned ads. Milk tea, Yapari Psycho. Psycho means really milk tea is the best. Or milk tea is really the best. Or I see milk tea is really the best. Gosh, I should have waited for him to go. Should I wait for Adventuring to go? But yeah, that's the problem. There's too many games, too many games to play. I mean, I played the demo for Visions of Mana, and I definitely was not impressed. So I'm hoping it gets better. I'm hoping the actual game is better. Also did kind of skip some of the story parts. So I think it's like you don't start at the very beginning, because you start at a point where you can actually you have buddies you have allies in battle, and you have like other abilities, which is like, it makes sense because it's like, okay, well, yeah, obviously you need to be able to see how combat is. But the problem with you starting, it's like starting in like chapter 2, so you're not like super far along, but you also have missed chapter 1, so you're still going like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense. So I think that's a little silly. Like, I'm hoping that when I actually play the game, it's not going to be as like crazy. Oh shit! Come on, kill it! Oh, thank God, that was a clutch win. I mean, I still already had enough points because of that thing, but... I don't even want critical. I think that one's better. Oh, actually, let's see, do I need more? I don't really need more of these, though. But having more spores is better. And this one's not really that helpful. Because, like, yeah, delaying their attacks is cool, but, like, I don't really care. I'm going to be killing them quickly. I don't have any destruction or erudition, so that's not helpful. I have a physical, but she's never ever doing an ability. And I'm never ever doing wind shear. So all of these are equally useless. So let's just pick this one. So I at least have a physical character. Fuck it, let's just expand this. Okay. So yeah, I am incredibly well, not really incredibly skeptical, but I'm a little skeptical. And it's kind of a bad. It's kind of bad that playing the demo made me less excited for the game. Okay, that's actually going to be better. Which is, yeah, definitely not a good thing. So hopefully, I want to keep all those. 600. Let's go into the store, buy some shit. But I'm still optimistic. Like the Mana series is kind of interesting. I haven't played a game from the Mana series. I remember playing uh, a Mana game way back when. Yeah, no hunts. I need hunt. Let's see. What are you? Jesus Christ, that would fuck me over. Oh, I need equations. That's terrible, but I can swap out equations. That's the cool thing. I need that. I don't need that. Okay, screw it. Actually, wait. Nah, I don't want that. I don't want the ceiling lights. Let's just buy some. Let's buy some good shit. Let's buy this 3-star blessings. Oh, I do need remembrance for that one. That's a speaking face. Most of my damage is follow-up deck damage, so well, some of it is at least. Nah, that's not helpful. I don't need a one-off super damage attack. Okay, let's move on. But yeah, so I'm cautiously. I'm not really cautiously optimistic. I'm just cautious. I'm still. I mean, I pre-ordered the game, so it's gonna arrive anyway. So it's. Shit! I needed both of those. Oh, cool. That's at least it replaced. I needed more. I needed more hunt than I needed that. So. Nice. Oh, I got. Okay, so I need one more hunt, and either. Oh, I can't even afford that. I can't even afford anything. God damn it. That's all I needed. Okay, I'm gonna have to try my luck in this then. That's a shame. I have to hope that whatever I sacrifice gives me a hunt. Oh, thank God. Whew. Okay. Got that for free. Let's see if I can overwrite the shitty equation I don't want. This one. This I can't use, so let's hope for one that actually... Shit. Well, whatever. I guess I'll pick up this one because I'm closest to completing that one. Let's enhance some shit.
まだ足りない。あいつと勝負しよう。コンサートスタート。危険なリズムね。すべての音が共鳴する。もう一人前だもんね、師匠。お茶をどうぞ。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた全てを手に入れるか。全部買いだ。
今こそ真の剣術を見せる時。早く戦わせて。
Okay, we're back. You go to the bathroom?
左に清流、右に白虎。ミルクティーはやっぱり最高。くれ。今宵魂は、そして星々が反響する。カブ、焦らない焦らない。さあカブ、思いっきりやりなさい。うちは甘く見ないで。市場が錯綜してる。ああ、先を見据え長期的に見るのが投資成功の秘訣。おお、さすが師匠。うち一人で10人、うちのとっておきを食らえ。もう一人前だもんね。
好きに使ってくれ。
資産評価は
全部買いだ。
うちは甘く見ないで。 今こそ真の剣術を見せると。左に清流、右に白虎、ミルクティーはやっぱり最高。くらえ。
ここはオールインで行こう。サイは投げられ全てを失うか、はたまた全てを手に入れるか。全部買いだ。負けられないな。
うちは甘く見ないで。
イカサマはなしだ。
この歌声で調和のユニゾンが響く。
僕を騙そうって頭上注意。
カーブまだ返済しないんだ。資産評価始める。
全部買いだ。
市場が作戦。ああ、先を見据え長期的に見るのが投資成功の秘訣。おお、さすが師匠。うち一人で10分。は
今宵そして星々が反響する。
今こそ真の剣術を見せるとき。左に清流、右に白虎、ミルクティーはやっぱり最高。くらえ。カーブ焦らない。まだ返済しないんだ。うちは甘く見ないで。あんたを練習台にしてあげる。市場が錯綜。ああ、先を見据え長期的に見るのが投資成功の秘訣。あ、分かった。はっはっやあ。
ベッドだ。負けられないな。サイは投げられ全てを失うか、はたまた全てを手に入れるか。頭上注意。ワンゲーム遊んであげよう。好きに使ってくれ。全部買いだ。
うちは甘く見ないで。もう一人前だもんね。
ここはオールインで行こう。イカ様はなしだ。
ロスに注意。動じないで。
頭上注意。
歌の中で安寧を見つけられますように。
Oh, I see. So I still get an extra 1,000 if I do this. Oh, that's interesting.
「あの大物から徹底的に絞り取ってやりましょう。
運試しと行こ
う。燃やし尽くせ。いい子にしてね。重要なお客様ね。有言実行よ。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた全てを手に入れるか。
くるりんと。
契約成立ね。これでもう後戻りはできないわ。あなたも私も。
くるくるっと。
あら、まだ苦しみ足りないようね。
頭上注意。
逃がさないわ。
くるりんと。私が誰だかこんな大きなダイヤモンド見たことないでしょ。あげるね。
約束を破った悪い子は誰かしら。
くるくるっと。くるりんと。
重要なお客様ね。失望させないでちょうだい。契約成立ね。 これでもう後戻りはできないわ。あなたも私も。
くるりんと。逃がさないわ。くるくるっと。
あら、まだ苦しみ足りないようね。
私が誰だかこんな大きなダイヤモンド見たことないでしょ。あげるね。私が誰だか知ってるの？こんな大きなダイヤモンド見たことないでしょ。あげるね。
約束を破った悪い子は誰かしら。重要なお客様ね。遊戯実行ね。
サイは投げられ全てを失うか、はたまた全てを手に入れるか。全部買いだ。
くるりんと。ちょっとは静かになさい。
契約成立ね。これでもう後戻りはできないわ。あなたも私も。あら、まだ苦しみ足りないようね。
逃がさないわ。くるくるっと。
重要なお客様ね。失望させないでちょうだい。契約成立ね。これでもう後戻りはできないわ。あなたも私も。
くるりんと。私が誰だか知って。こんな大きなダイヤモンド見たことないでしょ。あげるね。
約束を破った悪い子は誰かしら。
くるくるっと。逃がさないわ。ふっかー。まだ分かってないのね。人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。もちろん私もよ。
いか様はなしだ。頭上注意。
くるりんと。
あら、まだ苦しみ足りないようね。
戦闘は精巧なデザインなの。もちろん誰でも構わないわ。私に出会ったくるくるっと。私が誰だかこんな大きなダイヤモンド見たことないでしょ。あげるね。
ルール違反よ。
記憶が残る場所。触れられるのはトゲのある花ばかりだ。
お名前は金がね伺っております。お名前は金がね伺っております。
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm spending a little more time than I was expecting. Probably wouldn't have done that Divergent Universe run today, but yeah, I was chatting, so I thought I might as well do something while I'm doing that. I was mostly just planning to do the trash can event, so I could just focus on that land and not have to worry about that. But I still need to do my Divergent Universe run anyway this week, so at least that's all done. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.